here we go. How was I? All right, everybody. I'm very happy to welcome, of course, the creative team behind the upcoming Disney Plus original series, American-Born Chinese. Clap it up for them. That's right. Based on the graphic novel by Jean Lewin Yang, American-Born Chinese tells the story of Jin Wang, an average teenager juggling his high school social life with his home life. All right? When he meets a new foreign student on the first day of the school year, even more worlds collide as Jin is unwittingly entangled in a battle of Chinese mythological gods. Yeah, I'm already in. Okay, all right. We have with us today Melvin Marr, executive producer. Of course, that would happen. We got Kelvin Yu, executive producer and showrunner. And then, of course, Jean Lewin Yang. Welcome to all of you. Kelvin, I understand you'd like to kick things off by showing a clip for us.
Yeah, we're going to show you 3 clips, and the show kind of jumps between worlds. I think there's 3 worlds, there might even be more, but the first world is really just a regular American kid named Jin, who's starting his sophomore year in high school, and just wants to be a regular guy who plays soccer and has a crush on a girl. So let's meet Jin and Amelia.
Hey, Mr. Hot Stuff.
Yes. Yeah, hot stuff. It's me.
Amelia.
Jen, it's nice to meet you,
Sort of?
I just because we sort of know each other because we went to elementary school together, but then you went to Crest Road Intermediate, I went to Dorothy Nichols Middle, and now I'm kind of picking myself out. I should stop.
You know, I think I do remember you. I mean, you kind of stand out, obviously.
I do?
Hey, you trying out for soccer?
Yeah. Or, I don't know. Maybe.
Oh, that's cool. I was actually going to try out too, but my mom wants me to do drama because she did drama in high school, and apparently we have to have all the same interests. Are your parents ever like that?
I'm not actually sure if my parents have any interests.
So did you end up getting that hoodie?
Yeah, I got like 8 of them.
8?
Yeah, it's one for every day of the week, and one more for the laundry day. Just
Do you think I could get one?
No, it's a collection.
Got it. So do you have a lab partner yet?
Principal Kinney, to what do we owe this honor?
Hey, everyone. Is there a Jim Wang here? Jim Wang?
Okay. All right. Kicking things off, Jean, what inspired you to create Jin in your graphic novel as the protagonist?
Well, Jin Wang really is kind of a fictionalized version of me when I was a kid. I went through a period of time where I really didn't feel like I belonged to my own skin. I felt very out of place. And there are lots of things about myself that I was embarrassed about. You know, and I think all of us go through that. I think all of us go through a period where we feel like an outsider. But for me, a lot of that was connected to my cultural heritage, to the things that I got from my parents, like the physical stuff and the cultural stuff. And really, American-Born Chinese, the graphic novel, was a way for me to kind of work all that stuff out through this character of Jin.
Beautiful, beautiful. Pulling that inspiration from deep inside, man. Getting a chance to see it on that screen, I'm sure, bring some reflections and some memories back.
It's surreal to see it on the screen.
Very meta, for sure. Melvin, can you tell us about the lead actor, Ben Wong? How did you find him?
We looked around and said, who reminds us of Gene, basically. Leslie Wu, our great casting director, I worked with her on Doogie Kamealoa, brought him to us. And I think, there's a subtlety to it, that character especially. You want to be able to enjoy watching his uncomfort and his insecurity, and he does it in such a human way, and he's just a brilliant young actor.
Yeah, he's a fantastic actor. He's a New York Broadway theater actor, and there was nobody like him that brought all the different colors. And if you watch the show, you'll see that it demands a lot more than just 2 people in a room talking. It gets pretty crazy. So he gave us all the colors we needed. He's a fantastic actor.
I love it. The synopsis alone has me ready to see all of it. Kelvin, would you like to introduce the next clip?
Sure. So that was world number one, just a regular American classroom that you might recognize. World number two kind of represents some of the things that Gene was just talking about that do influence you, not always in the most positive ways, that might affect the way you feel about yourself. And this is coming from a 1990s sitcom that we created called Beyond Repair. So we're going to watch this fake sitcom that we created for our own show.
Let's check it out.
Now he's got a handle and every need he's called. When all he really wants is that girl down the hall. Beyond repair, beyond repair.
Well, Freddie, looks like this fridge has gone to meet its maker. Maytag? That's just an expression. It means that it's dead. I'll order you a new fridge tomorrow. Gosh! I never knew taking over this building would be so much work when I inherited it from old Mr. Henderson.
Ah, yes. Oh, Mr. Henderson, rest in peace. He hath gone to meet his Maytag.
You'll get the hang of it eventually. Hey, by the way, do you think that your neighbor Lindsay might need repairs too?
Oh, Danny, are you in love with Lindsay?
What? No. Okay, fine. Maybe I'm interested. But I have no chance.
Just go for it. As my wise ancestors say, what could go wrong?
You know what? Maybe I'll fix that ceiling fan while I'm here.
Wow. Powerful stuff. Very powerful stuff. Kelvin, who inspired this character and why is the character of Freddie Wong important in this story, despite his caricature of many harmful Asian stereotypes?
Without getting too deep into it, I will say it came from the graphic novel originally. Gene had created a graphic novel character that was the cousin of the main character that we probably didn't want to put on TV in that form. It was a little bit extreme. So we had to find a way to get it into a TV show that worked. I am an actor as well, and I started a long time ago, 20 years ago, and most of the roles I played at that time were pretty much like that. The first role I ever played was almost exactly like that. And so it was actually just a high school nerd, where all the punchlines were that I would never get the girl, that I was unathletic, that I was, only good at math. And so it was a personal story that dovetailed really well with Gene's book. And I think we found a way to get it on Disney Plus in a way that makes sense and that works for the show.
Absolutely, man. Did you always have Ke Huy Quan in mind for this role? And how did you convince him to be part of this series?
You take that one, Melvin.
I've been a fan of Ke since I was a kid. I was probably my daughter's age, and I saw him in Indiana Jones and Goonies, and it was the first time I'd seen anybody who looked like me in a movie. And I got to meet him years later, and I just, when Kelvin and Gene were coming up with this character, I thought it's got to be him. And he had some hesitations about it just being what it is, and I called him. It was like last Christmas, like right between Christmas and New Year's, while I was cleaning out the garage, and just sort of talked him through the whole thing. And he just said, I see what you guys want to do, and I'm in. And to me, it's like, just personally, he's like my hero. I love that guy. To see him come back to acting after 30 years and just in this way is just, it's so satisfying, and I'm so happy, bro.
Even for me, like knowing his story, knowing where he started, and the fact that him returning to the industry and the business, and him giving an insight about what it was like to reach a level of success as a young child actor, and then come back with such a bang. And so it's great to see him a part of this, even as a fan. Would you like to cue up our last clip?
Okay, so this is World 3 of 3, and this is the fun one. As we promised, Jin gets thrown into an unknown world of Chinese mythology. So you might recognize somebody in this clip as well, and I'll just let it explain itself.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. It looks like we're almost out of time, but for any of the three EPs, for you guys to answer, what do you think audiences are going to love about this series?
I have to say that last clip, I mean, every time I see it, it brings a tear to my eye because Michelle Yeoh is playing Guang Ying, who is the Chinese goddess of mercy. So to see a Chinese goddess land in a place that I'm very familiar with, in an American high school, there's just something so affirming about that, you know? And I hope that anybody who grew up like me, who felt kind of out of place, regardless of why that might be, when they see that clip, it'll hit them the same way it hits me.
Beautiful, beautiful. Anybody else? There we go. Good. Okay, there it is. Thanks everyone. Be on the lookout for American-born Chinese. It will be on Disney Plus in 2023. Thank you guys so much.